Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm Carol Anae, and I'm here to simply entertain you. Today, I decided to film this clip before what you're about to see because, well, first things first, I ended up restarting my island twice. Mainly because the first time I filmed it, nothing was captured. Yay! So I had to do it all over again. And number two, I hated the name of my island. I accidentally selected the wrong name. Like, I typed it out because it seemed like a good idea, and then instead of pushing no, what ended up happening was I pushed yes, and I hated all of my choices, and I had cherries, and I wanted peaches. Anywho, it's been a whole entire mess. But I've decided that, yeah, we're going to film this intro, and I was going to just do a voiceover on the first part of the Animal Crossing Let's Play, because to be 100% honest, the beginning of Animal Crossing is kind of boring. And the last time, I think it took like a whole entire hour to even get to this point that I want to be at. Because what I want to do is see how long it actually takes me to get at least 3 stars to the point of being able to start terraforming. Because the last time I had my Animal Crossing island, I couldn't do that. Why? Because I never played it. I love Animal Crossing, but I did not like Animal Crossing New Horizons as much as I liked Animal Crossing New Leaf on the Nintendo 3DS. That game is a masterpiece. But my husband and I bought Animal Crossing on the Switch because I was really excited about it. He had never played it. So basically what I did was I let him take reign on our island, and to be 100% honest, it wasn't that horrible, but I never got to do anything. Not his fault, just my fault, because I never really committed to it. I had a pumpkin patch, had all these things, and then finally I ended up getting a Switch for myself because we were sharing one, and instead of transferring my island, I was like, oh, it's fine, I will just start a new one, and I'll go back to our old island and get all my stuff. It doesn't work like that, because I don't have 2 copies of Animal Crossing. I only have 1, which means I literally couldn't freaking go back even if I wanted to. So that's pretty upsetting. But anyway, so we're going to start my entire island from scratch. Are you ready? Because I am not. Here's the first part of games that are supposed to bring me happiness, peace, and joy, but at the same time bring me a lot of stress. Enjoy.
Da, da, da. Just checking levels. Alright, here we go. We are ready to start Animal Crossing. If you thought this was going to be a really fun time, it's probably not going to be, because it's filled with stress. We start out by realizing that I don't know how to delete my island, so I had to research that. Did you know you had to go in and like delete your whole entire save file? I think on the DS there was like an option on the home screen. You just had to put like a bunch of keys. But we're restarting the game for the second time, I believe. No, this would be the third time. First time would be on the other Switch. Then I started again, and then I hated everything. I had like the wrong fruit. I had cherries, which everybody likes cherries, and I don't get it. They don't look that cute. And then I also had the ugliest looking villager because I didn't put enough care. I also had the worst animal villagers. Okay, no, actually the worst was Pietro. This time I got Cherry. No, last time I got Cherry and the penguin. I just don't remember his name. Oh, Roald. And so I decided everything was wrong and I hated it, so we're just gonna restart. But anyways, back to Pietro. I hate him and I want him to die in a hole. Oh, and this is where they're gonna take my picture, and I thought it'd be funny to like pose, even though obviously we're gonna do the whole personalization of my character. She came out really cute. I love her. Gotti, look at how adorable she is. Alright, I just hate her outfit, but we're gonna eventually change it. Look at her, she's so cute. And then finally we're gonna go to our island, but we had to choose, you know, which hemisphere we live in. This entire time I was just trying to do it as fast as possible. The map really stressed me out, because last time I got 2 rivers that were going down like north and south, right, but on each side. And this time I didn't get that map, and then I was debating if I should just restart it. The only reason I knew this is because I researched it right before, like how to get a best Animal Crossing island, but then I decided that I didn't want to restart all over again because I would actually want to murder. So instead, I ended up choosing the map on the, I'm bad at directions, second left? Yes, I did. And it turned out to be okay for the most part, I think. Then this is truly the part that's bothered me about Animal Crossing, is sometimes they ask you questions and then the answer that you give them doesn't freaking matter. They're just like, oh, is that what you would bring? Sorry, we didn't actually care. But anywho, then we're finally departing to our island, and when you play Animal Crossing at the beginning for the first time, this entire part and this entire scene is like so good. I didn't skip it, but I did fast forward through it here because it just takes too long. Like I said, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. But to be 100% honest, it just doesn't need to be included here. I've seen it in every single Animal Crossing video ever made. And then the flyover the island is also really cute, but skipped it. Because guess what fruits I get? You're gonna see. We got oranges. And then my two villagers, I wasn't super excited about. Paula, can't decide if she's cute or not. She's wearing some sort of crazy makeup look that I'm not here for. And then Boots. Boots is actually cute. The more I talk to him, he's giving me Pietro vibes because of the whole clown aesthetic. But at least he's not wearing clown makeup. Like, he's not that committed. So I'm okay with it. And the more that I do talk to him, the more that I really do enjoy him. So then around this part, it's finally time to get our tent. And I hope that eventually in the new Animal Crossing, we don't have to go to Tom Nook for everything. Because y'all, if there could just be checkpoints other than checking in with Tom Nook, I would be excited. So basically what I did to find the perfect spot was I ran across the entire island. I kid you not. I do have a lake on each, literally just surrounding that piece, so I can't really do much right now. And I saw that a lot of people were putting their houses on tents. So I ran around the entire island trying to find the perfect spot for my house, but I realized I didn't even want it down there. So I was like, fine, we'll go talk to Boots because I got bored. And like I said, he's really cute. He calls me Munchie. And then he wanted me to, you know, figure out where to put his tent. And I was like, dude, I don't even know where to put my tent yet. So I couldn't do that. Then I realized I didn't want to be close to the resident service center. Then finally, you know, I'm just running around the beach. But finally, I was like, you know what? It's time. We're going to do beach house. Only for a little while. And then every single time I try to place it, I just placed it wrong. Like, what the heck is wrong with me? Have I never played Animal Crossing? Yeah, I didn't even want to imagine it because, to be 100% honest, I didn't care that much. Everyone keeps saying that, like, you can eventually move them. And I know that you can do that, but I never got to that point in this game. So I'm hoping that this time around I can. Then, of course, I had to go tell Tom Nook because he has to know every single thing that I'm doing because he's toxic. And then Boots again. I was like, I know exactly where to place your tent. But then I felt bad because I told him, this spot looks really great. And then I was like, nah, I'm just kidding. I'm going to put your house on the beach. I thought I wanted him to be neighbors with me, but I was like, we can just move them and then we can place them later. Because I've decided on the other side of the island, that's where all my villagers are going to live. I really do hope that I get to that point because it would be really sad. But see what I mean, Boots? He's kind of a clown character, but not that bad. We got Boots, and then finally I had to go talk to Paula. This is where I saw her face almost for the first time until I realized I didn't see it at all. But later on I realized that she had some weird makeup thing going on. She kind of looks like a grandma, a little old lady just trying to get around, you know? And of course she asked me to place her tent too, and then I was like, no problem. You know where you're going? To the beach. Like, the talking of the villagers doesn't bother me until I've played this dang game from intro to start thrice now. This is my third time. I don't know how people just restart. But see, they're close to each other. They're out of my way. I can still fish. It's great. This is where we get a party, which I don't get Tom Nook. He wants us to collect everything. And then he's like, oh, don't worry. It's a teamwork. I'll collect the oranges. And he didn't collect nothing. And I knew he wasn't going to collect anything. So I went ahead, got the sticks, picked up a couple of weeds, picked up 6 oranges exactly. Oh shoot, no, I picked up 9. Look at me, overachiever. And then Tom Nook didn't even care. He was like, oh, you already got them? Cool. Like, we're gonna do some fun beverages for everyone. It's gonna be a good time. And I was like, you know what? We just need to move on. Because really, it's not time for introductions. It's time to get the day started. And I did end up playing at night, so that was kind of a bummer. But we did our festivities. Oh, yeah, and then we got to choose the island name. The island name did stress me out because I named my other island Karoch. Karoch. It was Karoch. In my mind, it made sense because I'm Kari, Ka, and then Cherry. No, and then Rolled, which is RO, and then CH for Cherry. But no. I ended up going with a Pokemon theme. I wanted Peridot because that's a cute name. And then I wanted Ivy, and then I wanted Ivy with 2 E's, but that did not work. It just looks stupid. And then I remembered that I'm a grass Pokemon lover. That's why I wanted Ivysaur, like Ivy for Ivysaur. And instead I chose Celadon for the grass gym in Pokemon Red and Blue. The Celadon gym. I don't know if that's right or if that's wrong, because I'm a fake fan. And then all the villagers cheering is so cute. If this was not recording anymore, I'm going to be so upset. Okay, no, it's recording. And then everybody, it's funny. See what I mean? Paula has some weird makeup going on. Everybody claps as if they got a choice. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't, though. But that's okay. I love a supportive team. I love yes men. I also don't understand why we have to take a nap. Maybe it's just like the system's way of like, okay, you've already made the right choices for this island. We need to solidify them and save them, so you need to go take a freaking nap. I was going to talk to Paula there, and then I was like, you know what? I don't want to. I don't know, I just don't vibe with Paula. They're very nice. It's just like her whole makeup look. I know, it's going to be the talk of the town. I'm going to keep talking about it every single freaking time. Of course, when I open my packages, I try to set down my bed, well, my cot, and tell me why I forgot all of a sudden how to move furniture in Animal Crossing. Like, it took me way too long to place my dang cot. Like, the second time around, I still could not figure it out. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. We'll just sleep. Look at how cute. And then KK Fit comes on. This whole part is great, but he keeps telling me that I need friends to play Animal Crossing, and clearly I don't have any. And then Tom Nook comes in and just wakes me up for no reason at all. I just remember thinking that one of the choices was like, have you used a phone before? And I was like, yes. Then I thought he wouldn't have to explain it to me, and yet here we are. He's still explaining it all to me. Like, why would you even put that as an option? But I did get the Island 101 tips because I think that'd be fun. I didn't even know that was a thing. Was that a thing the first time around? Oh, yeah, and of course, he has to freaking bill me. Like, he's the one that brought me here. He's the one that was like, we need somebody to take care of and oversee the island. Like, why do I have to pay you money? I don't hate Tom Nook. I feel like I keep really just sassing him. Look. I love when she's so cute. She's so happy. I don't hate Tom Nook. I just think it's fun to hate on Tom Nook. Then I got something, so I had to go make sure to check out what it was, and it was something freaking lame. It was a DIY workbench recipe. I thought it was going to be an actual item. That's why I went into my house. Then I finally went to go talk to Paula because she deserves the respect. She deserves a chance. You know what I mean? But she just talks way too much. And then she ended up giving me a recipe. So... And then after that, I was like, you know what? Her makeup isn't that ugly. She just needs probably like a different dress. And we probably should get her like a helmet or a wig. But she's a cute little teddy bear. And then I went through my entire Nook phone because in real life, I hate having notifications on my phone. So it stresses me out when my Nook phone is also full of little dot notifications. I know it's not that big of a deal and it doesn't show you on the day-to-day basis, but I couldn't help myself. Look at my cute little passport. Then finally I went to go talk to Tom Nook again because I need his permission to build things. Yeah. And then I found out I didn't even have enough resources. I thought he was gonna give me more resources, but he was like, oh, you should go collect more so that you can do it yourself. And I was like, I have some. Why can't you just give me the rest? So that was kind of annoying. So I had to run back outside and collect a whole bunch of materials. The cool news is I found some money. In the next tree I also find money because I'm a lucky gal. I feel like this time around though I am doing better in this Animal Crossing game. I feel like my first island I didn't get to enjoy as much, and I really just focused on buying a lot of clothes for my Animal Crossing character, and I didn't even have space for all of them. So then finally Tom Nook lets us build a dang fishing rod. I love watching them build. I think it's so cute. I think the first time around I really didn't like the whole DIY workshop part, and now I'm kind of digging it. I think it's fun. I think it's cute. I think you can personalize things and it makes it a little bit more personable, if you will. And of course we had to talk to Timmy because I'm about to buy some stuff. I did find out he didn't have anything good at the end of this game, so I never bought anything. Instead I just kept selling everything so that I could get bells faster. Because you see that? I only have 200. And this is my favorite part about Timmy and Tommy. They're always like, look at all these awesome things you brought us, even though it's clearly trash. Yes, I sell all of my weeds because I hate the weeds. I don't want them out. I don't want to see them. Like, I better not catch weeds out there because I will rip them out of the ground. Of course, I had to check my Nook Miles. Seller of unwanted stuff. Seller of trash is what they wanted to say. And then, of course, I went to go do some fishing so I can bring Blathers to my island. See, I forgot how to fish in Animal Crossing. So this first time was really rough. Like, trying to find the right angle and the right spot. I was like, who let me do this? Aww. I do like fishing. I think it's very serene and zen. So there's one fish. There's two. There's three. Actually, that's not three. That's just two because that's a can. Now there's three. And there's four. Then finally, I went to go back and collect more weeds because I need more bells. See, I feel like that's all I did. Then I had to go check my money, you know what I mean? To be 100% honest, there's nothing in there. And then this part made me actually angry. You can't select multiple of them. You have to only give Tom Nook one at a time. So I sat there and did it 4 times exactly. Before I was like, you know what? It's time to go back out there and fish. Not before I check my Nook Miles. It's honestly not that hard to rack up Nook Miles. I feel like people are like stressed about it. But I feel like in my other island, I was getting them left and right. And in this one, it wasn't that bad either. Like, I already had 1,500 and I think I need 5,000, which is about a fifth. That's when I decided to stop playing. And it really stressed me out because you'll find out why I was so upset up next. Thanks for watching.